just going to share with you 3 very simple exercises that you can do to mobilise your sacroilliac joint. Those 2 little joints at the base of your spine that can get jammed up sometimes, those 2 little lines between the ilium and the sacrum, so the hip and pelvis area, and we can get forwards and backwards shifts of those that put them out of line. And that movement, or that out of movement position, can cause pain in and around the pelvis and also in the lower back. So the ability to be able to shift those and open that up will really help. So the first exercise is a simple push and pull. So what we're going to be doing is holding one leg in a flexed position and pushing against the hand while we push the other leg down onto the floor. And that shifting torsional movement will create a situation where we can start to shift and mobilise the sacroiliac joint. Okay, so we're going to start by laying down, and the first thing to do is to bring up your left knee. Placing the left hand on the left knee, we're going to push upwards towards the hand and resist that movement. At the same time, we're going to push down with the right leg and right heel onto the floor, and we're going to hold that for about 8 seconds. Okay, we're then going to switch legs, placing the right knee in flexion and the right hand, and pushing up against the right hand whilst we push down on the left foot. Again, 8 to 10 seconds. And then we're going to repeat that process about 5 or 6 times. So this next exercise is called a cannonball, and the idea with this one is we're pushing out and pushing in order to try and flare and mobilise that sacroiliac joint. You're going to need a belt or something that's not going to move very much, and also you're going to need something like a football or a basketball. Okay, so those 2 things you're going to need as aids in order to perform this exercise. So the first thing I'm going to do is use the exercise band or the resistance band. So this is nothing, this isn't stretchy, this is very hard, it's not going to move at all. And I'm going to place this around both legs and bring it up over my knees so my knees can push out to a width of shoulder position. Okay, so once we're in that position, we're just going to lock down again. And all we're going to do now is just push out on the band, okay? And we're going to raise our legs up. So we're pushing outwards about 8 to 10 seconds, and then we're relaxing again. And then we're pushing out 8 to 10 seconds and relaxing again. Okay, so the next part of this cannonball exercise is to use your ball. So we're going to place the ball between the knees. And again, ball something that's going to keep the knees roughly shoulder width apart, and then all we're going to do is push the ball in together. Okay, so we're squeezing in for about 8 to 10 seconds and then relaxing, and then squeezing in for 8 to 10 and relaxing. So this next exercise, we're going to manually manipulate your sacroiliac joint. So on the painful side, we're going to use our thumb to mobilise the joint while we put the hip through a range of motion. So the area that you're aiming for is the little bit where you kind of naturally have those dimples at the lower part of your back. So right towards the base of your spine and just inwards slightly from the inside of your hip. So it's that kind of area that if you've got sacroiliac pain, it probably feels quite nice for you to put that pressure on. So that little dimple at the bottom of your back, that's where we're going to aim our thumb for. Okay, so lying down on your side, what we're going to do is start with the legs slightly bent, and we're going to straighten the leg on the side where you've got the discomfort. You're then going to pop your thumb into that dimple in the lower part of your back and press hard until you feel the discomfort. Then the action with your leg is you're going to bring your leg up and you're going to bring it over and down until it touches the floor, and then we're going to kick the leg back and then lower it again. And the whole time we're keeping that pressure on the sacroiliac joint. So the idea is that we're really trying to open that joint up, and we're manipulating it and mobilising it as you move in that range of motion. So you're going to do about 8 to 10 of these. Hope those exercises were helpful for you. Those 3 particular ones are really good to do 3 to 4 times a week, or whenever you feel that sacral pain. Obviously, if you have got something that's more persistent, or you've got a more specific request, then drop us a note or a call and we'll get online with you and we will try and help best we can. See you next time, guys. Bye-bye.